investment of $15,000 back in 2012. Get this, that investment has now turned into $24 million. With us now is the principal and president of that school, Simon Chu, president of St. Francis High School, and Barry Eggers is one of the founding partners of Lightspeed, one of the first seed investors in Snap, and he convinced the school to co-invest along with Lightspeed. Guys, good to have you here.
Nice to be with you.
Mr. Eggers, tell me how this happens, that you're a parent of a kid in this school, right? And you go to them and say, I got a hot one here and you guys ought to co-invest with me?
Well, they put together a venture fund back in the late 90s, and I was part of it in the 2012 time frame, and still am. But at the time, I had gone home, and my kids were sitting around the table with a bunch of their friends, and they were engulfed in their phones, and I was sort of looking at them, wondering why they weren't talking to each other. And they were giggling and laughing, and I asked them what they're doing, and my daughter said, hey, have you seen this app? It's called Snapchat. And I asked them some questions about what it was and what it did, and my daughter said, well, we send pictures to our friends and they disappear. And I asked her what kind of pictures, and she said, no, it's funny, goofy stuff between friends. And they showed me some examples, and I asked them how much they'd used it. And my daughter said, well, I started using it about 5 times a day, but now I use it around 30 times a day. And all the other girls nodded.
Mr. Chu, I'm listening to all that, and it's a school with an endowment, lots of money that's been put in by parents, hopefully, and they're convincing you to invest in something that helps kids do funny pictures. How did that happen? How did it sit on the other side of the board saying yes to that kind of thing?
Well, we've got an amazing community and some amazing parents who give us really great wisdom. I mean, at the end of the day, we're a school. I'm a school leader. That's my area of expertise. I'm not an investor. And so, we really trusted in all of our parents who are on that growth fund committee to send us really great investments to make. And so we were really excited that obviously this one worked out very well for us.
And Simon, you guys have a wonderful school. I looked it up on the internet. The land, beautiful facilities.
And that guy is Robert Humm's English teacher, who sits on the CNBC news desk.
I had no idea. There's Robert Hum right here. By the way, he says hello. He graded him too tough. He got a C-. I don't know, Robert. I'm kidding. Simon, you guys are a school of the Holy Cross. Will you be giving some of this money away?
Well, certainly we're going to invest it in all the things we want to do here in terms of our strategic plan. And we're grateful that we were able to complete that process earlier this year in the fall after a 9-month process. And so, we've got 3 areas that we really want to invest in here in our school. Our endowment, which funds our tuition assistance and our financial aid programs, and our faculty and staff to make sure they have all the resources that they need in order to get their job done. And also in our innovative programs and our building infrastructure. We want to make sure we've got the best learning environment possible for all of our students. But the most important part is being able to fund our endowment and making sure that this Catholic Holy Cross education is accessible to as many families and students as possible.
Barry, more broadly, and bringing in the broader Lightspeed investment into Snap, what percentage of the overall investment the company made have you let go at the IPO? Have you cashed in at the IPO? And what's your plan with the remaining holding?
I don't think
we were able to sell.
We're talking to Mr. Eggers. Go ahead, Mr. Eggers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Sorry.
I think that's disclosed in the S1, but and I can't disclose what our plans are going forward. Obviously, we're under a lockup period today.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Mr. Eggers? You, Mr. Chu. You're going to hold on to this? You already cashed in. You made a ton at the $17 price, but it's gone up quite a lot. You nervous? You're going to sell it at any point?
Well, we're locked up as well for the remaining 1/3 of our holdings, and so after the lockup, I'll turn that same group of really smart people who got us into this investment and ask for their advice and figure out what we're going to do with it. We're not investors. We're not here to sit and play the game and look and check the stock markets every day. We got a job educating all of our students here at St. Francis.
Are you the richest high school in America now? Do you think?
I don't think so.
No,
are there
high schools out there that have a bigger endowment than $24 million or more, actually, because you still
absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, there's lots of schools with a bigger endowment. Yeah, lots of schools with a bigger endowment.
At the high school level,
we're certainly very blessed. At the high school level, absolutely.
Barry, with all due respect to Snapchat, which NBC has invested in, you probably heard that story. Listen, Facebook. So MySpace was, Facebook was the next MySpace, and Instagram was the next Facebook, and Twitter's the next. What's the next Snapchat? The money's been made. What are you investing in now? It's the next cool thing.
I'm watching what my kids are doing because, you know, young people are the early adopters here, and consumer technology has become pop culture. So I watch what they're doing. They're still doing Snapchat quite a lot. They're addicted to
They
it.
are. My 13-year-old, if I want to reach her, I have to Snapchat basically. But I notice also she's spending a ton of time on something called Musical.ly.
Okay, there you go. So if you watch what your kids are doing, you're going to answer your question for yourself. And that's what I do. And I'm glad that I listened to my kids and watched what they were doing and had a chance to get ourselves and St. Francis to be part of the Snapchat story.
Mr. Chu, do you give the children at the school specific investment and stock lessons?
No, you know, we really want our kids to focus on their work here at school and to get themselves to a really great college. So, I mean, I think, well, you know, what we want our kids to know is that if you work hard, good things will happen to you, right? If you work hard and do the right thing, and good things will happen to you. This is a blessing for us here at St. Francis, an incredible opportunity.
Yeah, and very Googleable. Groton, 330 million. Hotchkiss, 307. You got a lot of work to do, Mr. Chu. If you're going to catch up, what are you going to do? Are you going to throw a party for these kids or anything? Anything celebratory as a result of this investment?
You know what? I'm going to leave that to our principal to figure out. You know, but for us, I think, you know, we're excited to roll our sleeves up and get working on all those items in our strategic plan. We'll certainly find an opportunity for us to celebrate, you know, in terms of our own faculty and staff. And I mean, our kids are just excited, I'm sure, right? Because this is something that they can relate to. As Barry mentioned, this is something that all of our kids use, and they're really excited about it. We're grateful that Barry gave us the opportunity to get into this investment.
I'll bet.
Was Robert Hum a good
Yeah.
student? Was Robert Hum a good student, Simon? He works right, he's sitting
You know, I
50
think
yards behind us
that's a
here.
little before my time. A little before my time.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Good to have you on, Simon Chu and Barry Eggers. Congratulations. Ain't America great?
Thank you. Thanks.
Just follow what your kids are doing. And all you need is millions to invest in. Oh, look, it's easy to make money, folks. Check, please. Next.